I fell in love with my half-brother. It was wrong, I knew that, but I couldn't help myself. I needed him to be mine and mine alone. At our father's funeral, while everyone was distracted by their grief, I quietly asked him to follow me upstairs. What happened in that room should never have happened, but it did. Secrets have a way of revealing themselves, and my straight-laced husband eventually discovered the truth. Determined to get answers, he decided to drive my brother out to the countryside for what he called a conversation. But fate had other plans. Their car mysteriously malfunctioned on a remote stretch of road, and both men died in the crash. The grief nearly destroyed me. At least that's what I told everyone. Fortunately, I'd taken out a substantial life insurance policy on my husband months earlier, so his death didn't leave me struggling financially. I thought I'd seen the depths of human cruelty, mostly in myself. I was wrong. It started innocently enough at preschool pickup. My son was begging to go to his classmate's house for a play date. Before I could respond, the boy's mother stepped out of her car, and I found myself momentarily speechless. Jenny had the kind of presence that commanded attention. Tall, elegant, with an air of confidence that made everyone else fade into the background. Eager to know her better, I agreed to the playdate. As we talked, I learned that Jenny was a creative director at a fashion company, married to a university professor. Their life seemed perfect, and I wanted to be part of it. After hours of conversation that felt like minutes, Jenny and I had become fast friends, promising to take turns with school pickups. The very next day, Jenny called with an urgent work crisis. Could I pick up her son? Of course I could. What are friends for? I brought both boys home, set them up with snacks and games, and waited. 6 o'clock came and went, then 7, 8. By 10 that night, Jenny still hadn't shown up, and her phone went straight to voicemail. The next morning, I called her office. Jenny hadn't been to work in days, they said. Growing desperate, I tracked down her husband Mike's number. When I explained the situation, his confusion quickly turned to panic. Mike arrived at my house with 2 police officers who promised to open an immediate investigation. The next morning, he got the call we'd all been dreading. They wanted us to come to the lake. The body they pulled from the water was bloated beyond recognition, but Mike identified his wife by her wedding ring. Though the circumstances of her death remained a mystery, Mike arranged a proper funeral for his wife. I found him afterwards, sitting alone in a corner of the reception hall, shoulders shaking with silent sobs. I went to comfort him, just as any friend would. But over the following days, as we navigated the logistics of grief together, maybe it was the shared trauma, Mike's loneliness called out to mine, and we answered each other with a desperate passion that surprised us both. That night, we made love desperately amid the sheets that still carried the faint scent of Jenny's perfume.